out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, let's go. Sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake, and he knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming, I mean the big fat man with the long white beard. He's coming to town.
All right, welcome everyone to DIY Holiday Fun. I am super excited about tonight. I had really a fun time preparing for this, and I'm excited to dive in, so welcome. Just in case we haven't met, I am Abigail Gonzalez, and I absolutely love supporting people who are motivated to improve their health. So a little bit about me. My husband David and I, we've been doing doTERRA for about 4 years now, and we are doTERRA Platinums. And I have a degree, I have a BFA in ballet from Texas Christian University, and I also am certified Pilates instructor through the Physical Mind Institute of New York. And David and I have 4 little kids, 3 girls and a little boy, and they are just so much fun and keep us very busy, very busy parents. All right, I want to make sure you know exactly what's expected for tonight. So I plan on covering about 5 popular DIY topics that include scrubs, lotions, lip balms, soaps, bath gifts, party items. There's going to be multiple recipes for each of the items I just shared, and I encourage and welcome all questions. I have a chat box up, so everyone locate the chat box here on the Zoom, and if you have questions, go ahead and type them in there. Almost all of the recipes are going to be coming from the doTERRA product blog, which is an awesome resource that just grows every day. So at the end of the webinar, I'll have that posted so that you can write that down and go there to get the recipes. So in my home, we use and trust and love doTERRA essential oils. So why did we choose doTERRA? Well, this is probably the question I get asked most often when sharing essential oils, because there are so many brands on the market, but not all oils are created equal. One of the reasons I chose doTERRA is because of their co-impact sourcing. doTERRA sources its oils from all over the world so that each oil is derived from its proper environment. When they are grown and harvested in the proper altitude, climate, seasons, and soil, you end up with a far superior product. And this is really why doTERRA's commitment to purity really begins. The second main reason is that the oils are CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And this is really, really important because every oil has 0 fillers, synthetics, dyes, pesticides, or contaminants of any kind. They are just pure, unadulterated oils. So doTERRA created this standard as a promise of purity, and each and every batch is third-party tested, so you can be confident that not just in their purity, but also in the potency as well. So that is why we really trust doTERRA, and we have chosen to use doTERRA for our family. So there are 3 ways to use essential oils. One is topically. When you apply the oils to the areas of the body that need support, they reach the bloodstream within 20 seconds, and then they're distributed throughout the body within 20 minutes. So it's very fast acting. It's best really to dilute the oils, and I like to use fractionated coconut oil just to avoid skin sensitivity, and of course always dilute when using the oils with children. The bottoms of the feet are an awesome place to apply the oils because they're the most porous section of the skin, and that allows for really quick absorption. So you can also apply them on the back of the neck or along the spine or really anywhere that you're needing it at the time. Second way is aromatically. You can put a drop in the palm of your hands, cup your hands to your nose and inhale, and you'll get an amazing experience by doing that. Diffusing is also a great way to get benefits from the oils. They can support respiratory functions and enhance your mood. And the third way is internally. Now, doTERRA is really the only brand of oil I would trust to use internally. So don't just assume it's okay to use any brand of oil internally, as all of the purity in the essential oil market, it varies. So if safe for consumption, the bottle will clearly be labeled if it is approved for internal use. So once you are assured of the quality of that oil, you can add 1 drop to your water or your tea. And I like any of the citrus oils really for this, as it helps me drink my water daily. So let's get started. Our first topic will be scrubs. So our first scrub, which is the favorite of many, is the candy cane sugar scrub. This is the perfect gift to create a fun and festive Christmas. The recipe is really simple, and most people have all the ingredients in their home already. So it's really easy to use, especially if you have your doTERRA peppermint oil already there for you. So here's the recipe. It's just 3/4 a cup of white sugar, 1/2 cup of fractionated coconut oil, and I like the fractionated because it stays liquid. So this is not cooking coconut oil, this is fractionated. And 12 drops of the peppermint essential oil. And you can also do like a skin-safe food coloring, and I recommend using natural things to actually give you the color that you need, so like crushing beets or things like that, to really give you a natural color, because those food dyes aren't really good for us. In place of white sugar, you could also use sea salt, and in place of the fractionated coconut oil, you could use almond oil or grapeseed or even olive oil if that's what you had on hand. So again, it's really easy. So you'll just combine the sugar and the coconut oil in the bowl, divide the mixture equally into 2 bowls, and in 1 bowl you'll add like some coloring that you're going to want to use to make it red, and layer the red and the white scrub to create that candy cane effect. Once you get your bottle of peppermint essential oil, you will begin to recognize that the benefits extend far wider than just using it in a scrub. Many of the top reasons why people love this oil is because it promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. It promotes digestive health. It repels bugs naturally, and it tastes awesome in many recipes, including smoothies. And I love to make peppermint brownies with it. I just put it in my brownie recipe. I usually do about 4 drops, and it's amazing. Then we have our next scrub as a tropical feel to it. So if you're looking to prepare a gift for someone in a cold environment, this might be the perfect present. So introducing our coconut salt scrub, which is perfect to help with exfoliating your dry skin so that it is smooth and begins to shine once again in our winter weather. This recipe calls for about 15 drops of your favorite essential oils. Now, I really like to use grapefruit oil in this because it's really good for the skin. So in this, you'll have about 1 cup of organic virgin coconut oil. Now, this is not fractionated. This is the cooking kind. 1 cup of the pink Himalayan or Epsom salt. 1/4 cup of fractionated coconut oil, okay, so the one where it's all liquid. And about 15 drops of any essential oil that you would like. You will just simply melt the cooking coconut oil in the microwave or over a double boiler. And once it's melted, you'll remove it from the heat and add the fractionated coconut oil with the Himalayan salt and stir all of it to combine, add the essential oils, and then you'll want to let it sit until the coconut oil solidifies. So maybe stirring it every 10 minutes or so, and then stir until really well combined, and then just store it in an airtight container. And you're going to use this and rub it on the skin, and then you'll rinse it off with warm water. And put it in the refrigerator also to really speed up the cooling process, so it doesn't take you a whole lot of time to get it done. So you can get fractionated coconut oil anywhere, Lauren. You can get it. You can get it at the store. Just make sure it says fractionated. You can order it online. doTERRA sells it as well. So there's lots of places that you can get it. Just make sure it says fractionated. All right. So this scrub is the perfect blend of tangy, citrus, and sweet. And people really love it during the fall and winter when their skin really begins to get dry. So I recommend using it like 1 to 2 times each week on your hands, your feet, your legs, and your arms. If you have someone special in your life, ask them to also administer it because it will make the experience even more special. So you can use it on each other, and that's good. So the ingredients are 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of turbinado sugar, 1/2 cup of the fractionated coconut oil, and 10 drops of lime and 5 drops of ginger essential oil. So the turbinado sugar is a large grain sugar, and it really helps with deep exfoliation. So if you don't have turbinado sugar, you can always just use all brown sugar, but the turbinado just really helps to get that exfoliation. So you're going to want to combine the brown sugar and the turbinado sugar with the coconut oil and all the essential oils and just put them all in a bowl. And then stir it to combine it, and then store it in an airtight container. And then you just pull it out and apply small amounts to your hands and scrub it for I like to do about 30 seconds until all that sugar dissolves with the heat of your hands, and then rinse it off with warm water and pat dry. And that you'll have super soft skin. And then you can also apply the doTERRA hand and body lotion afterwards, and it's really, really great. Yes, so I will post some of these full recipes, and there is an event page in my DNA Essentials group. So if you go to my DNA Essentials group on Facebook, then there is a place for events, and you'll see this event, and you can just click on it, and I will put all of these recipes there for you. All right, so this will be our final scrub before we transition into lotions, and this one is really fantastic when it comes to exfoliating and caring for your skin. So this is a festive fall blend, and it's gentle on your skin and has a spicy aroma that really just is great. The recipe produces a white sugar scrub, but your creativity can glam it up with you can put any natural, safe food coloring. The options are endless, so it's up to you. So the ingredients are like 3/4 cup of white sugar, 1/2 cup of fractionated coconut oil, and you're going to want to do 4 drops of cassia, 4 drops of clove, and about 2 to 4 drops of ginger. So you can use brown sugar or sea salt in place of the white sugar if you want, and almond oil, grapeseed oil, or even olive oil in place of the fractionated coconut oil, really just to make it easy for you, and you can use the ingredients that you have. So you'll simply just combine the sugar and the fractionated coconut oil in a bowl. You'll add the essential oils, stir the mixture until it has kind of a slushy consistency, and you may need to add more sugar or coconut oil just to get that desired consistency. And then for separate colors, you'll just divide the scrub into bowls, add the color, and then layer them after that. So that's a really fun scrub to make. All right, so this lotion is really special for anyone suffering with rough, scaly, dry, sandpaper feet. This whipped peppermint lotion can be used anywhere in your body, and it's recommended to apply a really generous amount to your feet and then put socks on before going to sleep. So the ingredients are 1 teaspoon of beeswax, 2 tablespoons of cocoa butter, 4 tablespoons of shea butter, 1 tablespoon of virgin coconut oil, 2 of fractionated coconut oil, and 5 drops each of peppermint and melaleuca. We all know melaleuca is really good for the feet and antibacterial things. So you'll just, in a small glass container, combine all the ingredients except for the essential oils. Place it in a saucepan with about 1 to 1.5 inches of boiling water and stir together until combined. And that'll take about 5 to 10 minutes. And once that's melted, remove it from the heat and let it rest for about 3 minutes. Then, after it's rested and cooled down, you'll add the essential oils, and then you'll stir it. And then you'll let the mixture solidify. And again, you can place it in the refrigerator to quicken that process. And once it's solid, you can use an electric mixer to whip the lotion up. So gradually come to high speed and whip it for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's real light and fluffy. And then just place it in a container and use it. Go ahead and use it right away. So it's a really great fluffy whipped lotion. All right, I love gifting lotion bars, especially when they're do-it-yourself, because I know that they're safe and they're made with love. These natural moisturizing lotion bars will nourish, soothe your dry skin. Simply rub the bar on your skin and let your body's natural heat actually will melt the lotion. So after one use, you won't even know how could you live without it? I mean, it's so convenient. So the ingredients in this one are about 2/3 cup beeswax, 1/2 cup of coconut oil, 1/2 cup of cocoa butter, a teaspoon of vitamin E oil, and about 15 drops of any of the doTERRA essential oils. And I really recommend for this either citrus bliss, it's a blend, peppermint, or lavender. So those are the ones I really like in this lotion. So you'll measure out all the ingredients except for the essential oils in a large glass jar. Place that jar in a saucepan with about just an inch or so of boiling water, and then stir the ingredients until everything's combined. Everything will melt down. You'll again remove it from the heat, let it rest for 3 minutes. Add the oil, stir it up, pour the mixture, and you're going to want to find some silicone molds. And again, you can buy those silicone molds really anywhere. You can order them online, at Amazon. You can go out to, I've seen them at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And for an exfoliating lotion bar, you could add oatmeal to the bottom of the mold before you layer in the mixture, and that will just help it be real exfoliating when you are rubbing it on your skin. So you'll let the mixture harden for about 2 to 3 hours, so this one takes a little longer, and then you're going to want to wrap it in plastic wrap and store it in a container until it's ready to use. And then you can just pull it out and rub the lotion on your skin, and you'll be nice and moisturized. All right, this will be my last lotion recipe before we transition to lip balms. So if you're a fan of apple pie, then this is the perfect DIY product. And you should definitely gift it to somebody because it's great. Many people suffer from cold hands and feet. I know I do. And this lotion is in a league of its own when it comes to supporting that. So this recipe is 1/4 cup of shea butter, 1/4 cup of cocoa butter, 1/4 cup of coconut oil, 1/4 cup of sweet almond oil, and then 8 drops of sandalwood, cassia, 5 drops of cypress, and 5 drops of juniper berry. Now, cassia is really great at bringing blood flow and warming up appendages, since we'd be putting it on our hands and feet. So that's why, and cypress, of course, is really good for circulation. So that's why this is such a great warming body butter blend. So you'll simply just melt the shea butter, the cocoa butter, the coconut oil, and the almond oil in a double boiler and let the mixture set. So you can even place it in the fridge, again, like I said before, to speed up the process. Let it sit at room temperature just to soften the mixture if needed. Add the essential oils and then just whip it up with a hand blender or a KitchenAid stand mixer and you're ready to go. So that's a really great, easy one to do. All right, say goodbye to commercial lip balms and go all natural. Your lips deserve it. So these easy DIY lip balms are not only moisturizing, but really healthy for your lips, and they're cost effective. So this lip balm makes a great gift and can easily be customized. So change the color or the scent by using a variety of mineral makeups and essential oils. So you can use natural mineral makeup in this to actually color it and do a nice color for the lips. So the ingredients for this are 1 ounce of beeswax, 1 ounce of coconut oil, 1/2 ounce of shea butter, 1/2 ounce of cocoa butter, and 20 drops of peppermint essential oil, 10 drops of lavender. And you're going to want to get the little lip balm containers. And I've seen all those also at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. So this recipe makes 3 ounces of lip balm, so make sure you have enough containers. This recipe will make 20 lip balm tubes, so it makes quite a few. You can always reduce the batch size just by cutting the recipe in half if you wanted to. So line up your empty containers, your lip balm containers. If you're using a lip balm stick, make sure it has been twisted all the way down. Measure the butters and the oils and place in the glass jar. Fill a large saucepan with a little bit of water, about 1 inch, and bring to a boil. And once it's boiling, add the glass jar to the center of the saucepan, so right in the center. Stir it every few minutes until all the ingredients are melted and combined. And once the wax is melted, remove from the heat and let it sit 3 minutes. And then after it's sat for 3 minutes, you want to add the essential oils. So we typically don't want to add essential oils to something that's boiling hot. We want to add them afterwards because sometimes the heat can destroy their properties, their chemical properties. So we want to add them afterwards. Then just pour that mixture into the lip balm containers and let it cool there. If you'd like to make a tinted lip balm, this is the time where you add a pinch of that colored mineral makeup until you get your desired color, and just stir it until it's combined. And then pour the tinted lip balm into the containers and let it cool. If you want a harder lip balm, maybe not so soft, add an additional ½ ounce of beeswax. And for an even softer lip balm, you can add an additional ½ ounce of coconut oil. So the beeswax makes it harder, the coconut oil will make it softer. And if you don't have time to make your own lip balm, then just go ahead and order doTERRA's because they have really, really great lip balm. But it's, this is a DIY, so it's really fun to make your own stuff. Okay, so commercial lip glosses are downright dangerous. And I learned this and I was disappointed, but it's okay. And most people don't realize that the artificial colors and fragrances, they can be toxic and you're putting it on your lips. So guess what? You're just eating toxins. Yay. Lucky for us, making our own is super easy and cost effective. And they can also be customized by color and scent. So for the lip gloss, you're going to want to use 1 gram of white beeswax, 3 grams of shea butter or virgin coconut oil, 2 grams of jojoba oil, or you could also use grapeseed, fractionated coconut oil, or almond oil, about 10 grams of castor oil, 1 gram of vitamin E, and 7 drops of your favorite essential oil. So the pigments such as organic beetroot powder or mineral makeup, that can create the color for you. So like I said, something natural to go on your body. Now this is enough to fill 2 standard lip gloss tubes. So you can find the empty lip gloss tubes online or at local beauty stores as well. And you're going to place all the ingredients except, again, for the essential oils into the glass jar. Just like the lip balm above, you're going to place the jar in the saucepan with a little bit of boiling water. Melt it down, let it cool for 2 minutes, add the oils, and start with a little and add more until you get the desired scent that you're wanting. And then for the color, add the pigment and stir until it's combined. Now, using a dropper, use that dropper to transfer it into the lip gloss containers. And if it starts to get too thick, place a glass jar back into the warm water and kind of melt it a little bit more. And then you're done, and you can enjoy your moisturizing and natural lip gloss. All right. Wow, I love this one. This is what people say whenever I give them the gift of orange creamsicle lip balm. This DIY product will bring back the memories, and I know it does for me, that you have of eating those creamsicles in the hot summer. But this creamsicle is healthy and it's natural, and it's going to leave your lips feeling soft and rejuvenated. So this is going to be the last lip balm recipe before we dig into some soaps that we'll make. So the ingredients are ½ ounce of beeswax, and that's approximately 1½ tablespoons, and then ½ ounce of coconut oil, a 1/4 ounce of shea butter, approximately ½ tablespoon, a 1/4 ounce of cocoa butter, and 30 drops of wild orange, and 2 tablespoons of pure vanilla extract. Okay, that's going to give you that creamsicle vanilla-y kind of thing going on. So you'll measure everything except for the essential oil and the vanilla into a glass measuring cup or bowl and fill in a large skillet saucepan with that little bit of water. Bring it to a boil, and once boiling, place the glass measuring cup in the center. Melt all the ingredients, stir every few minutes, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes. And another option is you can always just heat all those ingredients in the microwave if you wanted and stir at 20-second intervals. And then use a popsicle stick for easy cleanup. So once all that's melted, remove from the heat, let it rest for 3 minutes, then add your vanilla and your wild orange, and then pour it into the lip balm containers. And it's okay if you spill. Wax easily comes off plastic and countertops once it's dry. So let the mixture cool and you're done. You should totally consider doing this one because it's super, super great. You'll be glad that you did. So this is probably the most elegant of the DIY products I will share. So please think of someone special that would really enjoy this one. So the ingredients are olive oil, melt and pour soap base, a silicone mold, and then 15 drops each of spearmint and 15 drops of rosemary, and an optional of dried herbs. So, and you know, I really highly recommend using dried herbs. The fresh herbs, they're very beautiful, but it does turn the soap brown after a few days, so that's not good. So go ahead and use the dried herbs. So you're going to want to cut off the amount of soap base that you want to use and place it in a microwave safe bowl, and melt the soap into liquid form in increments of 30 seconds. So, you know, check on it every 30 seconds. Add a handful of the dried herbs to that soap mold, and then add the spearmint and the rosemary, mix it all together, and then just go ahead and pour it into the molds and let it sit for an hour. And then you can remove the soap from the mold, and the soap should last for quite a few months. So that is a really, really easy gift and something easy to do, and you could do quite a few of those. That would be a really great stocking stuffer. All right, this is doTERRA On Guard Hand Cleansing Spray. It's an easy and convenient way to clean your hands. I keep a bottle in my purse, in my car. You know, I have one all over the place. It's great for teachers' gifts and something that I put in my daughter's classroom when she was in kindergarten. So this is super easy also. You're just going to need a 4-ounce spray bottle, and I recommend glass. And 1 tablespoon of aloe vera gel. Now that's optional. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, but it just adds that extra moisturizing to your skin. And about 20 drops of the doTERRA On Guard Protective Blend. For a 2-ounce bottle, I use about 5 to 10 drops of On Guard, or I like to split the drops between using On Guard and lemon or wild orange. That just kind of gives it a different scent, and it's yummy. So you'll want to, in a spray bottle, you combine the aloe vera and the doTERRA On Guard, fill the rest of the bottle with water and shake it, and then spray it. And this is a product that everyone should have all the time. So here's a different recipe for a hand cleansing gel, and this recipe happens to be the perfect DIY product because it will not only cleanse your hands, but it also is very moisturizing. So it's really easy to make, so try your best to get it done. And you're going to be using, again, the aloe vera gel, 5 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons of water, and this one has vitamin E oil in it. And then you'll want to use your 8 to 10 drops of On Guard. And again, you could do the lemon and wild orange in there if you wanted. And you can use a small squeezy container for this one. Always store the doTERRA products in glass containers or a plastic that's very, very, very strong, okay? So combine all the ingredients in a bowl, add your essential oil and your water, mix it all together, pour it in your container, and there you go. It's ready to go with you anywhere you are. And literally, I spray my hands, I spray other people's hands, so it's just a great thing to have, and I even gave it away as a teacher's gift 1 year. So it's a great one. So this is the easiest DIY recipe that I'm going to share, and it's a must for everybody. Having proper rest and relaxation is so important for our overall health and quality of life. So I'm a big advocate of Epsom salt baths. I take Epsom salt baths myself. And when you add your favorite essential oils, it just elevates the experience. I made these a few years ago for a holiday open house we had, and I gave them away as party favors, and everyone loved it. I made a variety, so I made some with deep blue for sore, tired muscles. I made some with balance and serenity for relaxation and sleep. And even breathe, I put in some of them for those times when you're just you're not feeling so hot and you just need some extra opening of the airways. So it's nice and effective in a bath. So this is super easy. Just 1 cup of Epsom salts, about 10 drops of whatever doTERRA essential oil you want to use. And you just put it all together, stir it up. And then when you draw a warm bath, you add about 1/4 cup or 1/2 cup of that Epsom salts to the bath. And so it's such a great, easy gift to give somebody, and it's awesome. So this is a fun product that is perfect for everyone. Everyone enjoys a bubble bath, but the problem is that most commercial bubble baths are full of artificial chemicals and fragrances that are often really irritating to the skin. So if you have sensitive skin, you're going to be really irritated by that conventional bubble bath. So the beauty of this recipe is that it's gentle on the skin and it's fully customizable and it's healthy. So it's just 1 cup of unscented Castile soap, 1/2 cup of vegetable glycerin, and 2 tablespoons of water. And then you'll want to do about 15 drops of your favorite essential oils. You can use lavender, serenity, citrus bliss. You could even use peppermint. So just a note, the Castile soap and the vegetable glycerin can be purchased at your local health food store. I've seen it at Sprouts and Whole Foods. You'll just combine the Castile soap, the glycerin, and water into a glass bowl. You just add those essential oils, stir it all together, pour it into a glass container, and you're going to want to use about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of the bubble bath mixture to warm and running bath water. Now, these bubbles are not going to provide, those big fluffy bubbles that last a really long time, since it doesn't contain the synthetic ingredients that make those bubbles do that. So this chemical-free bath will provide enough bubbles for a relaxing and therapeutic bath, and you'll still really enjoy it. So I do have to say my kids they're used to those big fluffy bubbles, and they're kind of like, Mom, what's going on with these bubbles? But they have this wonderful therapeutic bath anyways. All right, now it's time for the party DIY products. I love holiday room sprays because they immediately set the mood. This particular room spray smells incredible, and at first there's a top note of grapefruit mingled with just a hint of frankincense, and the Douglas fir lends in a nice appleiness. And after being in the air for just a little while, that grapefruit fades into a faint little sparkle to reveal a heartier base note, and you'll really smell that apple, the pine, and a spicy, like that earthy resin that comes from the frankincense. So you can't help but be in a good mood when you've got that in the air. So plus, we know how good frankincense is for supporting our mood. And of course, that is, we want to mention that frankincense is for free this month with any order from doTERRA of 200 PD or more. So go ahead and jump on that. That doesn't happen but once a year. So for this, you'll just want to grab your frankincense, your Douglas fir, and your grapefruit. And then a glass spray bottle, just add about 15 drops each of the frankincense, the grapefruit, about 30 drops of Douglas fir. I love Douglas fir, by the way. It's just a really great oil. Then you'll want to shake that bottle up and get it all mixed together. And then just go ahead and spritz that into the air. And depending on the size of your spray bottle, you may wish to use more or less, but make sure to keep that ratio of twice the amount of Douglas fir to equal parts of frankincense and grapefruit. So you can kind of customize it that way. Another great tip is you can add fresh cranberries and place it in the guest room for a festive touch. You could also put like fresh cranberries or dried herbs into the bottle and then put your spray in there so that it just looks really pretty in the bottle. So there are many products available in the market that will help with home fragrance, but most are of course filled with chemicals that are damaging to our health. So an easy way to save money and reduce the amount of chemicals in your home is to make your own air freshener out of essential oils. So made with only 2 ingredients, this natural air freshener will be sure to give you the perfect scent while keeping your home clean and fresh. So feel free to add other oils to it as well. Whatever you like, and you just get your 8-ounce glass spray bottle, do about 1/2 cup of distilled water, and you can do 20 drops of any essential oil that you like. Wild orange is just such a happy, fun oil. That's just kind of a go-to for me, but I love doing about 5 especially right now, I do about 15 drops of wild orange, maybe 5 drops of cassia or cinnamon, and that just is so holiday-like. So again, this is easy. You just combine the water and the essential oils in the glass spray bottle, shake it up, and then you can just spray it anywhere that you need it. I like to keep one in the bathroom, keep one by my bed in the living room, and you can just spray even in your car. That'd be a great spray for your car. All right, so easy and so creative. Everyone enjoys a flavored toothpick. They are great for freshening your breath, cleaning your teeth, and fighting off sweet tooth cravings. I have an uncle who is a huge fan of a good toothpick, and he is gonna love this one. So this is easy. You just get your toothpicks, you get a glass jar with a lid, you get some fractionated coconut oil, and about 10 to 20 drops of the cinnamon bark essential oil, and you wanna have a tin to hold those toothpicks in. So you'll just take your glass jar and fill the bottom with fractionated coconut oil, about 1/4 inch. And for mild cinnamon flavor, add 10 drops of the cinnamon oil to the jar and add more drops for a stronger flavor. And then place the toothpicks in the jar. Let the toothpicks sit in the oil mixture for about 8 hours or until all the oil is absorbed, okay? So after the toothpicks have absorbed all that oil mixture, you want to lay those toothpicks on a plate and let them dry for about 24 hours. So this process takes a little bit of time. Place the flavored toothpicks in a small tin or glass jar, and you can just use them when you're needed. And you can try different flavors. You can do peppermint. You can even do Sliv and Sassy. You can do On Guard. You could do wild orange. Get creative and try to make your own flavor combinations. You can do cinnamon bark and peppermint or peppermint and grapefruit. I mean, the options are endless. So have fun with that one. That's a fun, easy thing to make. So this is a special holiday gift that's easy and thoughtful and something everyone can enjoy. You can stamp on an image, you can paint it, or you can leave it plain. Either way, your friends and family are gonna love it and they're gonna adore this homemade little gift. So this is just 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of salt, 1.5 cups of warm water, and a drinking straw or a toothpick, and some cookie cutters. You want to have some string too, and of course, whatever oils you're going to use for it. And optional are stamps or paint. And this is a great one to do with the kids. I plan on doing this one with our girls, actually. So you're going to preheat the oven to about 325 degrees, and then pour your flour and your salt and your warm water into a big, large bowl. And use your hands, get in there, knead it all together, all those ingredients, get it well incorporated until the dough is really smooth. If the mixture is too dry, go ahead and add a tablespoon of water at a time until you get that consistency that you want. Then you're going to want to roll out the dough on a floured surface until it's about 1/4 inch thick. Use those cookie cutters, cut out your shapes and place them on the cookie sheet. And you want to line that cookie sheet with parchment. And use a drinking straw or a toothpick and make a hole on the top of the ornament for the thread and the string. And then place it in the oven until it's hard. And that's going to take about an hour. And once it's hard, you can remove it from the oven and let it cool. And decorate it with paint. You can put string on there. You can do glitter. And for aromatherapy, you're going to add your essential oils by placing 1 drop on each of the ornaments and allowing it to get. So I add some decoration. So when you put your stamp on them, make them really customized. Just place a stamp on ink and carefully place on the ornament to transfer the design before they dry. So also think about giving someone a little vial of essential oil that they can put a few drops on the ornament itself as well. So that's just a great thing. Also, baking the ornament will turn the dough slightly brown, and it may puff up. Some of the ornaments will puff up. So if you prefer, you can also air dry them, and that takes about 2 to 3 days. So that is a little bit of a longer process. My kids would not be patient enough for that. So anyways, that will just help the ornaments remain white and flat. But if you're painting them, I guess it doesn't really matter what color they are. All right, just to make it easy, I have compiled a shopping list for you for all the DIY products from this class. So the products are fractionated coconut oil, frankincense, peppermint, Douglas fir, grapefruit, melaleuca, lavender, ginger, lime. And then you're just going to make sure that you have white sugar and your food coloring that's skin safe, distilled water, flour, salt, straws. You want to have cookie cutters and string. And some other things you might need to have to go out and buy are things like beeswax, cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, the pink Himalayan salt, and sugar and brown. Your sugar you want brown and turbinado. So I just want to I have a few additional personal favorite gifts of mine that I've done in years past. For Christmas, I have done personally blended roller bottles, and I make perfumes and colognes and my own rollers, and I just do whatever my favorite oil combinations are. This last Christmas, I did all of the aromatherapy mood oils in little roller bottles, and I gave them to my sisters and my sister-in-laws just as a nice little gift for them. And you can also make baked goods with the essential oils, or make homemade hot chocolate and then give people a vial of peppermint, cinnamon, or wild orange to put in their hot chocolate when they make it. That's a really fun idea to give to somebody. I love a good homemade hot chocolate, so that's a great thing. So now what? If you are anything like me, you're probably really excited, but you're probably kind of overwhelmed. How can I get the oils if I want to make all of these things? And how do I know what to use? And how do I get started? I am here. You're never alone in your essential oils journey. I am personally here to guide you every step of the way. I will answer your questions, give you resources, just to help you along this journey. And in addition, I have a special email series that I like to send to all new oil users that really lays a good foundation of knowledge and awareness for incorporating the essential oils into your life. So there's a number of ways to get started using oils for yourself. So how can I become a wellness advocate? I remember the first time I was exposed to a class just like this, I was really excited, but I was also really overwhelmed by the variety of oils and their limitless application. So I was assured that I would have support, and I absolutely cherished every step of this adventure. So my life has changed completely because of doTERRA's essential oils, and I am confident that you're going to have the same experience once you get started. So there are 3 ways to begin with essential oils. You can purchase oils at the full retail price, and that's the most expensive, and we don't really recommend it. You can pay a $35 membership fee, just like Costco, and you can then purchase your oils at wholesale price, which is 25% off retail, and that's awesome. Or you can purchase an enrollment kit. And with the enrollment kit, your membership fee is waived, and your kit oils are below the wholesale pricing, so you're actually getting a lot of really good savings. I'd recommend option 2 or 3 from all the above based on your desires, and you can visit my website to purchase your oils or to become a wholesale member with doTERRA, or just talk to the person that invited you to this webinar. And if you're not sure which option would most benefit you and your family, you can send me a Facebook message, or again, like I said, talk to the person that invited you here. So I just want to thank you for coming and participating in this webinar. It's been really fun to put together. Since my life has changed so dramatically since using these oils, I made it really my responsibility to share these powerful products with as many people as possible. So this has become really my why, and it's such an honor to introduce the essential oils into your life. So in addition, there are a few questions that always surface, and I thought it'd be best just to share them. So one is, what's the best way to get started? Well, I always recommend either the wholesale membership or getting a specific kit. And you can always talk to me or someone just to help you decide what's best for you. You can totally get started slowly. You don't have to jump all the way in. You can just get the $35 membership, order a diffuser and a few oils, and you're good to go. So there are lots of ways to get started with this. That's really, really helpful for you. So I am happy to help. This is the website. You can go to doTERRA.com, to the blog, and again, I will post many of these recipes in the event page. You can follow me on Facebook. That's my Facebook page, DNA Essentials, and that's where the event will be with the recipes. And then that's my email, abigail.doterre@gmail.com. So feel free to email me if you have questions. You can Facebook message me, all of that great stuff. All right. I did say there was going to be a giveaway. So I have these awesome Christmas sprays that I have made DIY. And I'm going to be giving away the gingerbread cookies spray, just like Grandma used to make, with hints of ginger, clove, and cinnamon. I love this spray. It's super great. So anyways, I'm just going to pick a random person to give this to tonight. So I'm going to pick caller number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vicki, you won the spray. Hooray! All right, Vicki, if you will message me your address, I will send it to you. Okay? Now, does anybody have any questions for me before I know, yay, Vicki! Any questions about any of the products or anything? You can feel free to put that in the chat box, and I am happy to answer them. Oh, thank you guys so much for coming. This was really fun. Making gifts for people is great, and I've been doing it the last few years, and I'm never going back. In fact, I mean, why would I go shopping? I've got 4 small children at home, right? So I only ever do online stuff and make it myself. Anyways, yes, congrats, Vicki. Sure, you're welcome. Great, I'm glad you jotted them down. Yeah, the soaps are great. Sure. Okay. Well, y'all, thank you for joining me, and y'all have a wonderful holiday season, and Merry Christmas to you all. I shall see you soon. Bye.